Greetings, my fellow Americans. This is your president speaking, and we must discuss the breaking news that this rogue administration that continues to masquerade as the duly elected president of the United States continues to violate our Constitution and our agency. They have just now declared that the Epstein List does not exist and that Epstein himself never kept a list of people to blackmail, and that he killed himself in an act of suicide. Does this administration truly expect the American people to be so stupid and blind when not a few weeks ago, a few days ago, Pam Bondi and the Justice Department both declared that they had the Epstein List on their desk and that they were investigating it thoroughly? Or that even months ago that they were saying the same, that this was a long process and a lot of data to go through, and that the American people would eventually find out what is in that dossier. This is clearly yet another abuse of power and blatant corruption by the Trump administration to cover its own ass and its criminal activities. Trump has already been found guilty of 34 felonies. He has been on record as saying he sexually assaults women and girls over and over and over again. He is flagrantly flouting the rule of law every single step of the way. And now he has a complicit Justice Department and legislative body, including the Supreme Court of the United States of America and every federal agency that hasn't been gutted under his thumb. If that is not a recipe for fascism and autocracy, then clearly we have not been studying history clearly enough. This administration is a clear and present danger to our nation and to our society. It is abundantly clear that this Epstein List not only does exist or did exist, but it was damning with its evidence. And we can only assume that his name, among many other prominent individuals, were listed upon it, and now this administration is choosing to bury it and hoping that his followership will comply and get in lockstep with this lie. Of course, the media is doing the work of propaganda on their behalf regardless, which is another issue we face. Not only is the government complicit with all three branches in aiding and abetting the lawlessness of the Trump administration, it would seem that the media is aiding and abetting to a greater or lesser degree as well. This isn't to say the fake news and don't believe everything that you read or see, but when every single outlet does not question or challenge the announcement from this administration that there's nothing to see here, while Ghislaine Maxwell was also indicted for the same criminal activity that Epstein was and is currently rotting in prison, and that there was numerous associations with blatantly powerful and influential people throughout the years that is covered in both photo and video and audio methods. This is clearly a conspiracy to avoid criminal activity, to avoid prosecution, to avoid accountability. And we, the people, are not so naive as to be fooled. We must hold this administration accountable, and we must hold every institution, to include the media, accountable as well. My name is Samuel Ronan, and as your president, I will not allow this lawlessness to continue unabated.